Hi YouTube, what's going on? It's Geiger1324. I'm here today doing a video that I said might do, but I decided to do it anyway. And what we're doing today is basically I'm going to be going over doing my some of my collection videos again. And no, I'm not running out of ideas. It's just because I felt like my original collection videos, they weren't that. They were okay for what it is, but I didn't at the time. I didn't like showing my face in the camera when I first started doing YouTube, but now I'm okay with it. And I also felt that like some of the games I didn't really talk about. I just said, "Oh, here, this game, this game, this game." Obviously, I'm not going to be redoing every single collection video. I'm just going to mainly focus on my bigger collection. So, and also obviously. My collections have changed since. I've got more games since, and some games that I had in my original collection video I don't have anymore. So it's a nice way to sort of look at some of the games that I do have now, so I know. So probably I'll be doing today's Xbox 360. This will only be part 1. I'll probably do part 2 tomorrow, maybe 3. Maybe I was going to try and do all 3 parts today, but I went out over the shops with my aunt, and we were over there for about a couple of hours. So, but yeah, so we're going to do Xbox 360 today. This is only a small selection of what I have. I'll probably do my original Xbox, Wii, and PS2. Maybe I might do my PS2 again, but I've got a lot of PS2 games, and I really can't be asked to sort them all out again. But anyway, let's go. First up, I've got 2 copies of Mercenaries 2. I enjoyed this game when it first came out. I have 2 copies because I don't think either one works. I haven't been able to get it to work. It just loads and then it just freezes. Both of them. So I might... yeah, they're really scratched, both of them. So I might take these back and just give one back and just say have this one back. Or... you know, have them refurbished maybe. It was a good game, sort of like I played the first one as well, but I played this one before. Good game, not amazing. It's just another GTA clone, similar, more like Just Cause than it is GTA. Far Cry Instinct Predator. It's just basically a remake of the original Far Cry with some new elements. I did actually play the multiplayer with my mate Ryan at some ages ago, just against each other. It was okay. Not an amazing game. It's an early Xbox 360 game. It's okay for what it was. Enemy Territory Quake Wars. It's just similar to maybe like an early Battlefield game. I don't think it really has much to do with the Quake series other than the characters, but it's an okay game, not an amazing game. Yeah, so. Sacred 2, an RPG, similar to maybe Diablo. I didn't really enjoy this one. RPGs, I need to be pulled in by an RPG in order to really enjoy it, but it's okay. Maybe if I gave it a bit more time, I might think. 99 Nights 3, just another Dynasty Warriors rip-off. Not very good game. It starts off okay, and then it just gets pretty bad pretty fast. It's not a great game. I'd maybe give it maybe a 4.55. But I've heard the second one's better. Perfect Dark Zero, one of the original launch titles on the Xbox 360, or an early game. Good game for its time. Bit outdated now, but obviously a sequel to the Perfect Dark on the N64, which I have played on the rare replays. I used to love playing this game. It was one of the original games that I had when I first got an Xbox 360. Pretty good for its time. Bit outdated now, but still it's a classic. In here we have Sonic Generations. Probably my favourite Sonic game of the last maybe the last of this generation, I guess. It's a good Sonic game. I enjoyed it because you have the 2D Sonic and the 3D Sonic. I personally prefer Sonic in 2D, on a 2D plane than a 3D, but there are some good Sonic games out there, and I've always preferred Sonic over Mario. I might get a lot of hate for that, but I was a Sega kid. My first console was a Sega, but PS1 and 2 is what got me into gaming. Brutal Legend, a game that I've had for a long time. It's an okay game, sort of like a hack and slash game, open world. I enjoy it because it's got like a heavy metal thing going on. Ozzy Osbourne's in this game as well. Some good music in this game. What annoyed me about this game was the sort of tower defense, real-time strategy missions. That's when I started getting annoyed and didn't play it anymore. Burnout Paradise, Ultimate Box, a game that I've had for a while. Good game. I do like racing games. I was a big racing fan as a kid, but not so much anymore. Obviously, this is a really good game. It still holds up pretty well today. It was a good Burnout game for its time. Burnout needs to make a comeback in one way or another. Obviously, this one you can do the motorbikes as well. And here we have Star Wars: The Clone Wars Republic Heroes. Just a promotional disc, but it's still the full game. It's an okay game. I remember paying the full price when it first came out years ago and thinking it was the best game ever. It's an okay game. I've completed it on the hardest difficulty. It's not that hard. But it's a nice selection of characters. There are missions when you play as Jedi, and then there's missions where you play as clones. You can be Cad Bane, which is what I enjoyed. The Beatles Rock Band, not much to say about this. I just got it because I want to have all the Rock Band games. I'm not a massive fan of the Beatles, but I do appreciate how great of a band they were. Lost Planet, Extreme Condition, the limited edition version. Good game for its time. Don't hold up too well today. It's got sort of like an arcade-ish feel to it. But it's an okay game. If you're into sort of more arcade style first person shooters, it's pretty good for that. Not amazing, but it's okay. Narnia Prince Caspian, pretty bad game, nothing amazing. It's a movie title, what do you expect? Just sort of like a hack and slash, drop in drop out type game, not an amazing game. Army of Two, the 40th Day, in my opinion the best Army of Two game. I love this game. I played it quite a few times with my mate Ryan. I love the customization of the guns. It really improved a lot over the first one. Some of these games I'll do proper reviews on one day. DJ Hero, I don't think I have the turntable anymore. I enjoyed this game, but not as much as Guitar Hero. It's pretty unique, but it's got a learning curve to it, but it's okay. Lost, pretty bad game. This game should have been a survival game, but it wasn't. It was more of an adventure slash puzzle game. If you want a good sort of survival game when you're on an island, try Sims 2 Castaway on PS2. Surprisingly, that's much better than this, even though it's not. In here it says Lego Marvel Superheroes, but it's Marvel Ultimate Alliance. The reason it's in here is because I lent this game to a friend ages ago, and it took me ages to get it back, but when I got it back it was only a disc, but the box wasn't an official box, it was just a blank box. As for the Lego Marvel game, I think I may have traded it in not knowing it was in a wrong case. So yeah, pretty good game, the Lego Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I prefer to have that over the Lego Marvel Superheroes anyway. Outfit, underrated game, really good World War II third person shooter with some real-time strategy elements to it. You can like call in tanks and turrets and stuff. I might do a review on that one day. Binary Domain, underrated game by Sega. Sort of like a Terminator style future with loads of robots killing them. Cover-based shooter, but it's pretty good for what it is. Definitely underrated. Not many people talk about that one. Just a blank box, has Overlord in it. This is basically Pikmin, but for adults. Basically, it's more instead of cute little things you're playing it, you've got these little dark minions that kill villagers. John Woo's Stranglehold, it's an American case, but it's the English game. Really over-the-top shooter. I haven't completed this game, but I've played about half of it, and it's pretty good for what it is. Definitely underrated. Give this one a go, it's super cheap. Not an amazing game now, but it's pretty good for what it was. Gun, before there was Red Dead Redemption, Gun was the go-to Western game. It doesn't hold up amazing today. The graphics are a bit outdated and stuff, but pretty good game for what it is. There's not that many Western games out there, but if I was to just say the best Western games, it'd be this and Red Dead, and maybe Call of Juarez too, but I don't think that's that good. Red Faction Guerrilla, really over the top open world game. You can pretty much destroy anything, set in space. I did like this game. I liked how they tried something different than the other two Red Faction games on PS2, sorry. But yeah, pretty good game. Armageddon was an okay game as well, but it was more linear. Born Conspiracy, obviously based from the movie. I think it's sort of well, it is what it is. It's an action game, like driving scenes, fighting, shooting. Similar to maybe a James Bond game. I've heard it's an okay game, nothing amazing. Some of these games I haven't played, like that one for example. Ben 10, Cosmic Destruction, obviously just a Ben 10 game, beat 'em up, action. I've heard the Ben 10 games, they're okay. I've played one on PSP. It might have been this one, I don't think. Quantum Theory, I haven't played it, but from what I've heard, it's similar to Gears of War. But it's made by Koei Tecmo, same developers as Dynasty Warriors. But I've heard this is an okay game, but it's not amazing. So, excuse me. Final Fantasy 13, the first one. I haven't played these, so I can't say much about them. I'm ashamed to admit that I haven't played any Final Fantasy game. I'd rather start from number 1 and go through. I know there's not necessarily a connection with the story, but I prefer to play games in order, like from 1 to thing. Even when I watch the Star Wars trilogy, I always start from number 1, 2, 3, and then watch the original, just because that's how I am. I tend to play games with, watch things and play things in the actual chronological order of so 1, 2, 3 instead of 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3. Not the year they came out, but Final Fantasy. I've heard this one is it's okay, and of course the part 2. As is many Final Fantasy games, it had to come out in parts. However, this one had 3 parts. It had Lightning Return, which I don't have, but you've got to have the RPGs on Xbox. Star Ocean, The Last Hope. I think there's also a Star Ocean on PS3. I've heard this is a good one. I haven't played it, so I don't know, but I just like to have the RPGs because they're always the ones that become more valuable. Not that I have any issue want to sell in any of these games, but if I can get maybe 50 quid for a game that I bought for £5 down the line, why not? Infinite Discovery, another Square Enix RPG. Yeah, it's the same people who make Star Ocean. Not much to say, haven't played it, but might be half decent. I'm not that keen on turn-based strategy games or RPG games. I prefer the tactics ones on the grid, they're my favourite. Alien vs Predator, underrated game made by Sega and Rebellion. Obviously it can be the Alien, the Predator and the Marine. But I feel like there was loads of Alien games and games where you play as the Marine, but not enough games where you actually Predator. They should make a horror game like they did with Alien Isolation, but with just a Predator instead. I think that would be pretty cool, instead of one where you actually play as a Predator. Singularity, sort of a underrated game, but it's not an amazing game, but it's definitely a hidden gem, somewhat underrated. Sort of got like this sort of a time traveling sort of thing where you can turn back time and stuff like that, control your bullets. Pretty fun. Haven't played it in a while. I played it before but didn't get very far on it. Vanquish, really good, over the top, fast paced arcade shooter. Well, it's sort of got an arcade thing, as you can see. It's got like this 3D effect going on there. I really like that. Really fun game. Not very long, 5-6 hour campaign, but really fun, fast paced. Give this one a go. You will enjoy it. It's fun. It gets tough though. Virtua Fighter 5 or Virtua Fighter 5. Just another fighting game. This one's okay. I've played this a bit. Not a bad fighting game, but I think Dead or Alive is my go-to fighting game now. Watchmen, The End Is Nigh, Parts 1 and 2. Haven't seen the movie yet. Got it. Haven't played this game yet, but from what I've heard, it's pretty bad, but it isn't really bad. It's sort of that in-between of maybe a bad game, but not too bad, I guess. Sort of okay game. Dead Island Riptide, obviously part... a lot of people say this is Dead Island 2. It's not. Dead Island Riptide is sort of like a continuation of the original Dead Island game. I enjoyed this one, but this game depended a bit more on the guns. They really made the guns really powerful on this one. The first one, the guns weren't very good against zombies, and then this one, they're so OP. I did enjoy this game. I know it's quite glitchy, but I enjoyed it. I will probably get the HD, well, the remastered versions of the game when I get my Xbox One, probably. Halo 4, probably my least favourite of the Halo series. I felt like this game, I see where I know their campaign was, wasn't that long. It was an okay game. I didn't really play the multiplayer as much, but obviously if you have an Xbox, you need to have Halo. Good game though, really good game. I just didn't much care for the multiplayer on this game, and the campaign's good. I did enjoy the Spartan Ops, was fun, and I enjoyed the fact that they were trying something new with new enemies, not just resorting to Covenant, actually implementing new enemies. So I'm going to try and speed up a little bit, try and keep this in one video. Homefront, haven't played it. I've seen a playthrough of it. It's an okay first person shooter. This game was going to be like the Battlefield killer, but it didn't. So obviously the new one they made was more of an open world game. Dead Island 2, off the record, probably my favourite because it has the sandbox mode, so it's basically unlimited time, just kill whatever you want. It's just basically Dead Island 2, but instead of playing as Chuck Green, you play as... so it's like an alternative version of Dead Island 2. Really good game though. Hard though, it gets very hard, as is all the Dead Island games. The third one was the easiest. Alan Wake, horror game. I've seen gameplay for it. I've heard it's a really good game. Not an amazing game, but a good game. Haven't played it yet, but it's definitely one that comes highly recommended. Crackdown 2. I really liked this game when it first came out. It improved a lot over the first one, but for some reason, I don't know, I didn't... it doesn't hold up too well anymore. Gets very repetitive, but this game was so fun to play online with friends back in the day. As the same with the first one of the first games I also played on the Xbox 360. Really fun game, gets boring after a while, but yeah, Crackdown, it's underrated, but they've got a new one coming out, so I don't know how that's going to go. A few more here to go, sorry if I'm going over. Wolfenstein 2009, good game, not an amazing game, played a bit of it. I think the newest Wolfenstein is probably the best one other than the original. Yeah, it's okay, it's nothing amazing. The checkpoint system on this game sucks though. I got to the part at the start where you get the veil, and then I accidentally walked through the wall and it killed me. But it told me afterwards not to do that, and I'm like, fuck's sake, why do that? And then I had to do it all again. I was like, fuck it, I ain't doing that again. DGR4, pretty much similar to the third one, but added some new cars and motorbikes in this one. Fun racing game. It's got a nice balance between arcade and simulator racing game, which is nice. Throwing my games here. Fable 2 Game of the Year edition. Really good game. Charming, fun. In my opinion, Fable 2 is the best out of the Fable trilogy. I know there's like Fable Anniversary and Journey, but I call it the trilogy. I played Fable 3 first, and then I played this one and found this one to be much better. Good game. I highly recommend it. Clash of the Titans video game, just another sort of avid hack and slash up with some RPG elements to it. Not an amazing game. It wasn't as bad as what I thought it would be. It does have some unique elements with like the ability to each weapon upgrading loads of different weapons and stuff. It's okay. I don't know. Give it a go if you like Greek mythological games, but this game should have been an open world exploration game rather than it's sort of linear RPG. Enemy Front, I've done a review on this if you want to see it. Not a good game, pretty bad. Bullet Witch, I thought this was going to be a hack and slash game, but it's not. It's more of a third person shooter. Pretty weird, not an amazing game. Early Xbox 360 game that went under the radar. Give it a go if you want to try something a bit new. Well, not new, but different. But it's not an amazing game. I keep some of these games because I don't think I'll ever find them again. Venetica, pretty bland RPG. Got a nice like graphic style to it, similar to maybe Telltale game graphics, and you know, sort of like Beyond Good and Evil style graphics, but not an amazing RPG. Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z, not a big Ninja Gaiden fan. This one's okay, except it's zombies. It does have some pretty cheesy lines and stuff in it. Not an amazing game. It's okay if you like if you want a hack and slash games. Death Smiles, really fun, over the top bullet hell shmup. Not that many shmups in Europe on the Xbox 360, but this is a good one. Very anime. Persona 4 Arena, fighting game. Not my type of fighting game. Obviously Atlas, well known for their anime style games. Pretty very anime style. Not my type of fighting game. Too slow paced for me. Devil May Cry HD collection, still sealed. I'm probably going to keep this game sealed. I've played all three of these on this version and the originals. I just got it about a while ago and didn't realise it was new, but I might just keep this one sealed. Alpha Protocol, tactical espionage, or espionage RPG, not an amazing game. Some people might like it, not for me really. I find the hacking to be really annoying in this game. Sort of like a stealth with RPG. Maybe if you like Metal Gear Solid, you might like this, because it has some, it's a stealth game. Not a thing. Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, underrated game. It's pretty fun. I haven't put that much time into it. I played a bit of it. It's okay, but it's got very sort of an emotional, unique style game. I recommend it, but I haven't played enough of it to really give my opinion on it. The Darkness 2, a game that I really enjoyed. Done a review on it if you want to check it out. And the last one here. This is going to be my next review. Sega Rally. Really good racing game, rally game. I'll do a review on this game possibly tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but at some point. Really fun. Give this one a go if you like rally games. Condemned, early Xbox 360 game made by Sega. I've played a bit of this one, I think. I've completed the second one. Some people say this one's better than the second one. Pretty scary game, not that scary anymore, but good game nonetheless. BioShock, not much to say about this because everyone knows it's a really good game. Must own, must play. Xbox 360 version is better than the PS3 version, just saying. Frontline Fuel of War, another game that came out to try and compete with you know, Battlefield and Call of Duty, made by THQ. Similar to what Homefront was. They just brought it out to try and compete, but didn't get enough support. Another Square Enix RPG, The Last Remnant. Haven't played it, so I don't know what to say about this one, but it just looks like another sort of RPG. Test Drive Unlimited, a really fun open world racing game. Love this game. I played this game when I first came out. Still holds up pretty well today. The original Saints Row, got to have the original. It's the only one that I haven't finished, so I'll have to give this one a go when I've completed the second one with Ryan or some point. But yeah, good game. Game of the Year edition, Oblivion. In my opinion, I prefer Oblivion to Skyrim. I know I might get a lot of hate for that, but I just felt like this one had more memorable quests, in my opinion. Like when you go into the painting and the arena. I really enjoyed this one. Obviously it comes with the 2 DLC packs. Yeah, I really like this game. I really like Skyrim, but I prefer this one. Skyrim took me a while to get into. This one dragged me in straight away. which is why I love this game. And that guy there looks like Tank from Resident Evil 6. Red Dead Redemption Game of Year Edition, probably one of the best Rockstar games. Obviously GTA is really good, but in my opinion this was one of the best games I've ever played. This game's a masterpiece. You must play this game. Even if you're not into westerns, play it. It's so good. And get the Game of the Year edition, because you get the Undead Nightmare with it. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, basically it's got an expansion pack, but they repackaged the original with the expansion pack. This is pretty good. I'm enjoying it. This one's slowly pulling me in, but I'll have to give it more time, and then I'll give more opinions on it. Saints Row 2, been playing this with my mate Ryan, really enjoying it. It's got some bullshit moments, really annoying moments. The ragdoll physics get really annoying, but this is my favourite out of all four of them. Love this game, but I love and hate it. Akai Katana, another bullet hell, Japanese style shmup. Good game. I prefer Death Smiles over this, but this one sort of more planes and stuff, whereas Death Smiles is sort of like witchcraft and monsters. That's probably why I prefer. And of course Minecraft. Mainly got it to play with my fiance. I don't really play this game on my own. I just get bored if I play this game on my own. Playing it with friends and stuff like that is much better than playing this game alone, in my opinion. Obviously, it's an okay port of the PC version. It's pretty much got everything in there, but obviously modding and stuff isn't so easy on this. I know there's ways to get mods on here, but I don't really want to piss around doing that. But gotta have Minecraft. Still an expensive game to get, but I might upgrade to the Xbox One version when my fiance gets her Xbox One. Because you can import your file and then we get a bigger map. But yeah, anyway, this has been part 1 of my Xbox 360 collection. I'm going to call this my remastered Xbox 360 collection, the remastered version of the video. Yeah, I just felt like my original video. I'm still going to keep it up, but I feel like I'll do it like this just to, I don't know. It's I think it will be a bit better than the original, but then again, if you have the original, there's always a remastered version of it. But yeah, I'll probably do part 2 tomorrow, and then maybe a part 3. I'll try and I think I'll just do part 2 tomorrow, and then maybe part 3 on Friday, I guess. And then I'll probably do my Wii and original Xbox. Maybe my PS2, I don't know, because my PS2 games are all over the place, and it will take me a long time to do. But I won't do anything like DVDs or CDs or my VHS again, because I feel like those ones have just been done alright. Maybe do my DVDs again one day, but yeah, please like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't feel like I'm running out of ideas because I've done this video twice. It's just me doing something again to try and get a better version of it. It's like when someone releases a game like Minecraft. It was okay, but let's re-release it and make it better. I'm just doing that. Anyway, thanks for watching.